ghost?
¿Qué alguna vez has visto un fantasma?
Yeah, only in your house.
My house?
The last
Did you
night,
see one in my house?
in the last night?
Hi, I'm Diana Becker and welcome back to my channel. Something happened last night in our apartment that convinced me I should talk to you about ghost hunting apps on the cell phone. I did not believe in ghost hunting apps for the longest time. I did not believe in electronic devices to pick up ghosts. I thought that was stupid, you know? And ironically, when I got my Tesla, I got an app on my phone that picks up EMF waves. And I didn't really, you know, all those years I didn't sense any presence of Martin in our house. I did have this EMF detector because I wanted to check in my Tesla to see if I was getting exposed to EMF waves, because that would be unhealthy, I thought, you know. So then I fooled around in my bedroom and I kept getting I'd get this EMF wave that's flat and all of a sudden like something would spike in my bedroom, and I kept thinking, well, that's weird. But it's like, what could possibly be causing that? There's no electronic devices suddenly going on. And I just discounted it. I forgot about it till later. So anyway, what happened in our closet last night? We're getting ready for bed. We're brushing our teeth and washing our faces. And all of a sudden, this laundry basket that I had full of Gabriella's clean clothes, balanced on a machine in our closet, just suddenly fell over. And me and Gabriella looked at each other. We both said, oh, it's a ghost, you know, which I actually was thinking these YouTubers that were ghost hunters moved out of our apartment building. And I thought, well, I haven't seen anything since they moved. I haven't heard anything. All the ghosts probably left, right? So apparently there's still a ghost, right? Well, that's not enough to convince most people. Sure, a laundry basket randomly falling over. We hadn't touched it in hours, and it wasn't precariously placed or anything. But still, I know that's not enough to convince people there is a ghost in your apartment, right? But we have this just running thing where when something like that happens, we just look at each other and laugh and say, oh, we're haunted. So I put the laundry basket back and I shut the closet door, and these are clean clothes that are supposed to be put away by Gabriella. She hadn't gotten to it yet. We're brushing our teeth some more, and all of a sudden, thump against the door really loud. I open the door and the laundry basket has fallen down again. And I'm like, you know, this ghost really wants to tell us something. So I'm going to turn on my phone app and see if we get any words like that would explain what the ghost is trying to say, right? So I didn't believe in this phone app, but we saw, and you know, it's just like the other thing I said in one of my, like episode 2 or whatever. When people have different experiences of ghosts, sometimes they discount it if they hear somebody else's experience and it's different than theirs, you know, which is what I do too. It's, you know, I shouldn't just dismiss it, but I saw Selena Gomez on Jimmy Fallon showing off this phone app, and she said, well, it works for me. And he's like, well, how could a ghost possibly communicate through an electronic device and send words? But basically what it is I think it generates random words. But for some reason, I've had multiple experiences with this app, like saying things that make sense. I don't know if it's my own subconscious interpretation, but so I turn on the phone app and I'll show it to you. So we went ahead and got this after we heard Selena Gomez talking about it. It's this thing, which I have nothing to do with these people, but that's what it looks like when it loads. And she actually showed this on Jimmy Fallon. And then you turn on, I don't know how to use it really. I turn on the dashboard and you have to turn on the power. And then it just sort of listens for EMF waves. It occasionally will make a ping when there's like a ghost in the room and generate a random word, right? And also you can see my voice affecting it. So I turned this on and we're sitting in bed and I said, okay, what is it? What is it you want to say?
Comfort.
Comfort? Okay. So anyway, I was using Gabriella's phone because I was recording with my phone, and it said, so I feel like the message is for her, and those were her clean clothes that were sitting in the laundry basket, and it said, okay, so now twice this laundry basket has fallen. It slid off. We were both on the far side of the room, and it was up here, and those clothes weren't there, and it slid off onto the floor. And I was this far away with my daughter brushing her teeth. And then, so we put it back up there, and it fell off again a second time. When we were over here, we heard a thump against the door, and it fell again. So I want to do like a ghost hunting app and see what it says. So I'm ready for bed, so I don't look really great, but I'm gonna borrow my daughter's phone and do a ghost app reading. She doesn't want to do it because she's tired, so I'm gonna borrow her phone. Gabe, can you help me? Okay. All right. So I can't see without my glasses. Okay, let's see. Can you turn on the ghost hunting app?
I don't think I have a ghost hunting app anymore.
No, the one. You wouldn't delete that, would you?
I have it, I guess.
What made you think you didn't have it?
I've been deleting apps.
Don't delete this one. So what do we push? Dashboard? And then we have to turn it on, right? And then it's gonna say stuff. Okay. So, you've been knocking down the laundry basket in our closet. Do you have some... Clean? Crap! Okay, I know you're here and clean. So I wanted to ask you what you wanted us to do, but obviously you want us to clean. Is there a reason we should clean? Something in particular? Can we do it tomorrow? It's just clean. And it said clean. I'm like, okay, yeah. It wants you to clean your clothes. It wants you to clean the closet. I'm gonna turn this off because it's distracting when it goes off. And as you can see. So, when we're in Mexico, we were sitting outside the Pantheon de Berlin, which is the famous haunted graveyard of Guadalajara. And we didn't realize we had to buy tickets to go in. It was this tour. We didn't understand. A couple times we went back because the first time we got these tickets to go on a tour, it's with a massive group of people. And you have to wait in all these long lines outside the walls. And we're checking the phone app outside the walls and asking it, do you have anything to say? Is there any ghost on the other side of this wall? And I'm going to review my footage, but I'm pretty sure we might have got some random messages outside that wall where we were standing. Well, the place we were standing was really important. It was right outside the wall in a certain spot that was like about 100 yards down from where the entrance was. Yeah, she got one ghost, only it's in the wall.
In the wall?
Yeah.
I got nada.
Es que te señala más o menos si
I got one word, family.
I got influence, meaning overhead,
Pero nada se
spy.
So then we decide to go wait in our car. And we're waiting in our car, and I'm showing Ricardo the phone app. And so we decide to turn it on and see what words it generates. And for a while it was entertaining, you know, it was saying things that seemed to make sense. And then, so we're sitting in the car, and it says Joseph. I said, who are we talking to? And it says Joseph. And I'm like, okay, you know, we wondered if we went to Mexico, is it going to start talking Spanish? Are Spanish ghosts able to, are Mexican ghosts able to communicate with English words on my phone app? You know, I mean, I'm like thinking all these scientific experimental thoughts like, how is this possible, right? And we say, who are we talking to? And the phone app says, Joseph. And then I'm like, okay, I know this is bullshit now, because no way in hell is a 100-year-old graveyard going to have somebody named Joseph buried in it, right? It's going to be Manuel or Carlos or Luis or whatever, right? So I put the phone app away. I'm like done with it, and we just talk about other things. So we go in the graveyard, and the tour guide starts talking and leads us down the hallway, and we're going down on the inside of the same wall where we had been standing, and there's graves in the wall, slots in the wall, and he takes us to this grave that says Joseph Johnston. And I'm like, Joseph? It's the most famous ghost in the whole graveyard. He tells a story about Joseph Johnston being a guy from another country who came down to Mexico, and he was like a hero to everybody because he helped people down in Guadalajara with their poverty and their medical care, and he was this famous guy who was buried there. And people say, oh, his ghost is still here, still helping people. Well, I guess either the phone app somehow, it could have picked up. I don't see how it could be so complexly programmed that it could actually pick up. We didn't talk about Joseph Johnston in our car before it said Joseph, so it could not have been from conversation. It could have been programmed with local lore, but I think that would be really hard to do in this day and age, that somebody could have rigged my phone app to say words that were relevant to that place. Because this phone app is used all over the world, so they would have to rig all the phone apps all around the world to do that. So I think it was a random word generated. I think it was a random name that was generated, and I think it was relevant. So that's my ghost story for today. I hope you join us next time. Bye.